allowing them to rule for 3 years.
Did they contest election? Why should they be ruling for 3 years? Did they contest election? Why should they be ruling for 3 years? It shows that they are power hungry. If actually, I think one thing is clear, that the Bazoum administration was not ruling fine, was not governing fine. That is clear. Nobody is saying Bazoum should come back. But immediately organize another election. Start the process of transition to civil rule. Asking for 3 years is as good as saying you want to stay put. Who says that after the 3 years they will not want to leave? They will want to leave. For me, I think, 1 year is enough to organize another election. 8 months is enough to organize another election. Bazoum should not come back because it's clear that the people do not want him. But asking for 3 years is as good as saying we have come to stay. For me, I think ECOWAS should put more pressure on them.
More pressure on them.
Yes.
But Nigerians are saying ECOWAS should not, get themselves involved in what is happening. That they are comfortable with the military rule.
You mean the citizens themselves?
Citizens.
What I'm saying is that what I'm saying. Don't start fights. If I understand they are landlocked, Niger is the second poorest nation in the world. And if you look at the military strength, if you are talking of war, for people who do not even know, I understand Mali and Burkina Faso already send fighter jet to them. But go and check Mali military strength. It's just 21,000 as a fraction. Burkina Faso is just 12,000 as a fraction. Niger itself have 30,000 as a fraction active military personnel. Nigeria alone is having 230,000 military personnel. So put together Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali is not up to 100,000. And Nigeria alone is having 230,000. We are not yet talking about other ECOWAS. I'm not calling for war anyway. But what I'm trying to say in essence is, I think ECOWAS should sustain the sanctions. Because if you judge from experience, our own experience in Nigeria here, during the military rule, we may not have gotten it right in democracy. You will recall that it was like a crime to express your freedom of speech under military rule in Nigeria. You understand, even while Buhari was the military head of state, he signed a decree that gave him right to arrest you if you speak in a manner that the government deemed offensive, to arrest you and throw into cell, into jail, even without trial. And he did it to so many journalists then days. We cannot forget the legal in a hurry. So for me, judging from Nigerian experience, democracy is still better. In Nigeria, we have not gotten it right in democracy. Particularly the way and manner the umpire INEC managed the last election, I think INEC is a disgrace to democracy. But that is not enough to call for military takeover of government. Because if you start seeing brutality, inhuman treatment, illegality that the military will met out of people, you want to prefer democracy.
Yeah, nominated ministers will be sworn in today. I believe you have your own belief. You are optimistic about these ministers. What are your expectations?
My expectations are, one, that we are going to see activities starting in earnest because government would have been formed as from today. But I think we have so many areas where you are seeing politicians who are not technocrats dominating governance, dominating the ministries, are not comfortable. Because you look at the issue of aviation, what should a lawyer be doing in that ministry? Look at the issue of agriculture. You need somebody that has the knowledge about agriculture to drive that ministry. You understand? So, but if you look at the issue of the economy, I think the man there is okay for me. Look at his profile; he fits into that position. Look at the issue of the area of what the Bumahi. I think going by his profile and his assignment in the past, he fits into that position. But if you take away those two and some other few other areas where politicians dominate, I don't know why Mr. President Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu has decided to use politicians to dominate the ministries. Look at the former governor of Osun State. What does he know about marine and deep sea blue economy? What does he know? This is somebody who studied insurance. So I find it difficult to marry insurance with that ministry, and I find it difficult to marry journalism with the area of where Alake is assigned to. So for me, I think Mr. President majorly satisfied his political friends, associates, lieutenants that work for him. But I think that's what he did. But because we are looking at, because whenever I look at it, these are lieutenants in the field. These are people who will drive all your areas of policy to achieve results.
So what do you think will be the implication of this?
The implication is that in so many areas we are going to see counterproductivity. Because when you promote a man above his profitability, it becomes counterproductive. It's another thing to say you study law, you build career in aviation. Fine. But in this case, you didn't study anything that has to do with aviation, you didn't build career in that area, and you are giving them. I'm not saying because the job of minister is to do administrative work, but it's still fair that you have a fair idea of the area you are superintending over. Because if your advisors, if your aides for personal benefit decide to lead you astray, you will not know if it's not area you have expertise in. So for me, particularly in the area of agriculture, I think Mr. President should revisit it. Because when we talk about diversification of economy, we are looking at agriculture and solid mineral. So Mr. President should bring in eggheads in those two areas, rank pair and rank hole. If they are not there, he should do a redeployment or bring in people who have expertise in these areas. Because the value chain in agriculture is enormous. Mr. Mike, I tell you that when Nigeria was better than, Nigerian economy was better than that of Britain, our economy mainstay was agriculture. We were cultivating cotton here. Our textile mills were up and running. Kaduna mill, Asaba mill, name it, all over the place. And raw material was here. We were sourcing it here. We are cultivating wheat for flour production. We had the era of granite pyramid. We had the era of where they were tapping rubber with which to manufacture shoes, so farm bed and all that. We're equally exporting the raw material. I remember after my ended 10 days, I worked with a company where we refined rubber dropping from rubber tree into crumb. That crumb, they bake it into block form, we export it. It's used for shoes, so farm bed and all that. So, and the reason that was obtainable is because we had an economist in my state. He's late now. One Dr. Rewa, who planted rubber plantation. So where he hired people, they were tapping rubber from his own plantation to get that raw material. Because as we speak, you cannot see rubber plantation anywhere in South. They have been cut down. So what I'm trying to say in essence is there's so much in agriculture that we need to leverage on. And the government must get it right in terms of who you appoint as the Minister of Agriculture. We have not yet gone into the area of livestock. Go and verify. The best wine in the world is from Israel. And this is gotten from through agriculture. If you ferment any fruit, the droppings, if you refine it, you already see. In fact, without refining, if you ferment any fruit, alcohol is what you are getting. So, the value chain of in agriculture is too enormous.
And the president needs to focus on it.
You must put in somebody that has knowledge about it. This is not politics. And when it comes to diversifying the economy into solid mineral, our steel, we can capture Africa, we can have the potential to capture African market. I understand that one is being affected by international politics. But if you can deal with that politics at the international level, make our steel to work, we capture African markets. But you need an expert, not just because you want to give position to your cronies, your political associates, to satisfy people who work for you. No, this is beyond satisfying people who work for you. We want somebody that will make the economy work. And the two major areas are agriculture and southern minerals, then power.
All right. I'm sure the government is listening and the needful will be done. All right, thank you, Machi. I appreciate it. On this note, we say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Join us next time on the same platform. I remain Michael Adekule. Behind the camera, I have the videographer, Daniel David. Viewers across the globe, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow is another day. Bye for now.